Hi there. Welcome back to PMP Exam Express. I am Mark. This is part 2 of 3 video series on PMP exam questions. If you missed part 1, check the previous upload on our channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our content. Let's get into the questions. 1. What is the critical path in this project network diagram? Option A, Option B, Option C, or Option D? Answer: Option B. Explanation: the critical path is the longest path through the network, determining the minimum project completion time. 2. What is the total duration of the project along the critical path? A. 18 days. B. 20 days. C. 24 days. D. 26 days. Answer: C. 24 days. Explanation: the critical path, start, C, D, E, F, has a total duration of 5 plus 7 plus 6 plus 6 equals 24 days. This is the minimum time required to complete the project. 3. What is the primary purpose of the feeding buffer in the network diagram? A. To ensure that delays on non-critical paths do not delay the critical path. B. To add extra time to the critical path to prevent delays. C. To reduce the overall project duration. D. To improve resource availability throughout the project. Answer: A. To ensure that delays on non-critical paths do not delay the critical path. Explanation: in critical chain project management, CCPM, feeding buffers are added to non-critical paths where they intersect with the critical path. This buffer helps to absorb delays on these non-critical paths so they do not impact the critical path or overall project completion time. 4. If a delay occurs in activity D, what is the likely impact on the project? A. It will delay the entire project completion time. B. It will only delay the path G to H. C. It will not affect the project completion time. D. The delay will be absorbed by a feeding buffer. Answer: A. It will delay the entire project completion time. Explanation: activity D is on the critical path, start, C, D, E, F. Any delay on the critical path directly impacts the overall project completion time, as there is no slack available. 5. Which of the following best describes the role of the resource buffer in this network? A. It prevents delays on the critical path by ensuring resource availability. B. It adds extra time to non-critical paths to reduce the project duration. C. It creates slack time in non-critical activities. D. It shortens the duration of critical path activities. Answer: A. It prevents delays on the critical path by ensuring resource availability. Explanation: the resource buffer is positioned to ensure that critical resources are available when needed on the critical path. By pre-allocating resources, it minimizes the risk of delays in critical path activities, supporting timely project completion. 6. What does the hierarchy in the diagram primarily represent in Agile project management? A. Work breakdown structure, WBS. B. Product backlog. C. Sprint backlog. D. Feature prioritization list. Answer: A. Work breakdown structure, WBS. Explanation. The diagram shows a hierarchical breakdown from feature down to functionality, indicating the decomposition of work from high-level features to detailed functionalities. This resembles a work breakdown structure, WBS, which divides a project into smaller, manageable parts. 7. In Agile, what does the term epic refer to, as seen in this diagram? A. A task with high priority. B. A large body of work that can be broken down into smaller tasks. C. A short-term deliverable. D. A dependency within a sprint. Answer. B. A large body of work that can be broken down into smaller tasks. Explanation. In Agile, an epic is a sizable user story or body of work that can be divided into smaller user stories. It represents a high-level objective and often spans multiple sprints. The diagram shows epics as large containers for user stories. 8. According to the diagram, which of the following would be the smallest unit of work? A. Feature. B. Epic. C. User story. D. Functionality. Answer. D. Functionality. Explanation. The diagram hierarchy shows functionality as the lowest level under user stories. In Agile, functionalities, or tasks, represent the smallest units of work, which contribute to completing user stories. 9. If the team is working on the user story 1.1 user story, which epic and feature does it fall under based on the hierarchy? A. Epic B and feature 2. B. Epic A and feature 1. C. Epic C and feature 3. D. Epic A and feature 3. Answer. B. Epic A and feature 1. Explanation. The diagram indicates that 1.1 user story is under 1.0 Epic A, which falls under the broader feature. Therefore, it belongs to Epic A and the overall feature. 10. In Agile, what is the purpose of breaking down work from feature to functionality, as shown in the diagram? A. To increase the budget of the project. B. To manage stakeholder expectations. C. To organize and prioritize work in a manageable and iterative manner. D. To eliminate dependencies between tasks. Answer. C. To organize and prioritize work in a manageable and iterative manner. Explanation. Breaking down work from high-level features to specific functionalities allows teams to manage and prioritize tasks more effectively. It ensures that work is done in an iterative manner, delivering incremental value and allowing for better control over the project scope and deliverables. 11. What is the primary purpose of the Kanban board displayed in the image? A. To create a project budget. B. To visualize work in progress and manage workflow. C. To organize team roles and responsibilities. D. To determine the project scope. Answer. B. To visualize work in progress and manage workflow. Explanation. A Kanban board is a visual tool used in project management to organize tasks by stages in a workflow, such as waiting, in progress, and completed. It helps teams track progress, manage workflow, and identify bottlenecks. Question 12. How many user stories are currently in the in progress column? A. 2. B. 3. C. 4. D. 5. Answer. B. 3. Explanation. The In Progress column contains 3 user stories: Website User Story 1, Interface User Story 1, and Report User Story 3. Question 13. Which of the following best describes the type of tasks in the completed column? A. Tasks waiting to be approved. B. Tasks that are ready for testing. C. Tasks that have been fully completed. D. Tasks that are currently being worked on. Answer. C. Tasks that have been fully completed. Explanation. In a Kanban board, the completed column contains tasks that have been finished and do not require further work. These tasks are typically ready for delivery or have met all necessary requirements. 14. Which user story has the highest priority in the waiting column based on the numbering? A. Interface User Story. 3. B. Website User Story. 3. C. Website User Story. 2. D. Mobile App User Story. 3. Answer. C. Website User Story 2. Explanation. Numbering in user stories often implies an order or priority. Website User Story 2 has the lowest number among the items in waiting, suggesting it may have a higher priority compared to User Story 3 items. 15. If the team decides to move tasks with the highest priority from each column, which tasks would be selected? A. Interface User Story 3, Website User Story 1, and Report User Story 3. B. Website User Story 2, Interface User Story 1, and Report User Story 1. C. Mobile App User Story 3, Report User Story 1, and Mobile App User Story 1. D. Interface User Story 1, Website User Story 2, and Report User Story 3. Answer. B. Website User Story 2, Interface User Story 1, and Report User Story 1. Explanation. In the waiting column, Website User Story 2 is the highest priority based on numbering. In the In Progress column, Interface User Story 1 has the lowest number, indicating higher priority. In the completed column, Report User Story 1 has the lowest number. Question 16. In Agile, what is a sprint? A. A long-term plan covering the entire project duration. B. A short, time-boxed period to complete a set of tasks. C. A document outlining project requirements. D. A retrospective meeting. Answer. B. A short, time-boxed period to complete a set of tasks. Explanation. A sprint is a set period, typically 1 to 4 weeks, during which a Scrum team completes a portion of the project. It's a focused period for achieving specific tasks defined in the sprint backlog. Question 17. What is the primary purpose of a daily stand-up meeting? A. To update project requirements. B. To discuss and solve complex problems. C. To monitor progress and address blockers. D. To review the final deliverable. Answer. C. To monitor progress and address blockers. Explanation. A daily stand-up, typically lasting 15 minutes, is held to allow team members to share what they worked on, what they plan to work on, and any obstacles they face. Question 18. Which of the following is not a value of the Agile Manifesto? A. Individuals and interactions over processes and tools. B. Working software over comprehensive documentation. C. Following a plan over responding to change. D. Customer collaboration over contract negotiation. Answer C. Following a plan over responding to change explanation. The Agile Manifesto values responding to change over following a plan, focusing on adaptability rather than rigid adherence to a set plan. Question 19. In Agile, what is the product backlog? A. A list of tasks to be completed in a sprint. B. A prioritized list of features and requirements for the project. C. A list of defects in the product. D. A document for project management. Answer. B. A prioritized list of features and requirements for the project. Explanation. The product backlog is a dynamic, prioritized list of work items for the product, which includes all the features, enhancements, bug fixes, and technical work necessary to deliver a successful product. Question 20. Who is responsible for maintaining and prioritizing the product backlog? A. Scrum Master. B. Product Owner. C. Development Team. D. Project Manager. Answer. B. Product Owner. Explanation. The product owner is responsible for defining and prioritizing items in the product backlog to maximize the product's value. 21. What is a user story in Agile? A. A description of technical specifications. B. A task list for developers. C. A simple, informal description of a feature from an end-user perspective. D. A performance report. Answer C. A simple, informal description of a feature from an end-user perspective. Explanation. A user story is a brief, user-centered description of a feature or functionality. It helps the team understand the feature from the end-user's perspective. Question 22. What is the main role of the Scrum Master in Agile? A. To manage the team and dictate tasks. B. To serve as a bridge between the team and stakeholders. C. To facilitate the Scrum process and remove obstacles for the team. D. To manage the budget and timeline. Answer. C. To facilitate the Scrum process and remove obstacles for the team. Explanation. The Scrum Master is responsible for ensuring the team follows Scrum practices and removing any blockers that might hinder the team's progress. Question 23. Which Agile framework uses Kanban boards to visualize workflow? A. Scrum. B. XP, Extreme Programming. C. Lean. D. Kanban. Answer D. Kanban. Explanation. The Kanban method uses a visual board with columns to represent stages in the workflow, helping teams to manage and optimize their process. Question 24. What is velocity in Agile? A. The speed at which a team completes a project. B. A measure of the team's capacity to work overtime. C. The amount of work completed in a sprint. D. The budget consumed by the team. Answer: C. The amount of work completed in a sprint. Explanation: velocity is a metric used to measure the amount of work a team completes in each sprint. It helps in predicting the team's capacity and planning future sprints. Question 25. What is a minimum viable product, MVP, in Agile? A. A fully functional product. B. A product with only the essential features to satisfy early users. C. A prototype of the final product. D. A low-budget version of the product. Answer: B. A product with only the essential features to satisfy early users. Explanation: an MVP is a version of the product with the minimum features needed to gather feedback from early users and validate the product's concept. Question 26. Which ceremony in Scrum is used to review what went well and what could be improved? A. Sprint review. B. Sprint retrospective. C. Daily stand-up. D. Product backlog refinement. Answer: B. Sprint retrospective. Explanation: the sprint retrospective is held at the end of each sprint to reflect on the team's performance, discussing what worked well and areas for improvement. Question 27. In Agile, what is the purpose of the sprint review? A. To demonstrate the completed work to stakeholders. B. To plan tasks for the next sprint. C. To discuss issues within the team. D. To finalize project documentation. Answer: A. To demonstrate the completed work to stakeholders. Explanation: the sprint review is an opportunity for the team to showcase the completed work to stakeholders and gather feedback for future improvements. Question 28. Which Agile practice focuses on continuous improvement and incremental changes? A. Kanban. B. Lean. C. Scrum. D. Extreme Programming, XP. Answer: B. Lean explanation. Lean focuses on eliminating waste, continuous improvement, and delivering value incrementally, which aligns with Agile principles. Question 29. In Agile, what is refinement or grooming of the backlog? A. Adjusting the project budget. B. Organizing and prioritizing backlog items. C. Creating a work breakdown structure. D. Finalizing the sprint backlog. Answer: B. Organizing and prioritizing backlog items. Explanation: backlog refinement involves updating and prioritizing items in the product backlog to ensure they are ready for future sprints and that the highest value items are tackled first. Question 30. Which of the following best describes incremental delivery in Agile? A. Delivering the product all at once. B. Delivering small, usable pieces of the product over time. C. Releasing only the final version of the product. D. Adding new features without prior testing. Answer: B. Delivering small, usable pieces of the product over time. Explanation: incremental delivery means delivering parts of the product in small, usable chunks, allowing for customer feedback and ongoing improvements. Thank you for watching. We have done all 30 questions, that is part 2 of 3. Please subscribe to our channel and like our content. All the best with your exam preparations.